like the video and subscribe right now to help this doggo cure his brown part disease. Ready? 3, 2, 1. This moose was struck by lightning. Bro unlocked a rare skin. If heaven exists, what's the first thing you'd do? Say this place is nice as hell. The Egyptians be freaky in more ways than one. I mean, all their gods had animal heads for a reason. The OG furries. Actually, I banged your mom. Damn, she's cheating on me. What a bitch. Which celebrity would break the internet if they made an OnlyFans? Ryan's toy reviews. Me and Emily were a thing, not a relationship, not a friendship, just a thing. Casual talking and meeting and stuff, but then one day we lost our virginities to each other. She stopped virtually all contact about a month after that, and couldn't see me without breaking down crying, and then going home. About 6 months later, me and my cousin did some digging, and found out it was because I got her pregnant. She never spoke to me about it, and never told me what happened. She never told me what she did with the baby, whether she aborted it or anything. I know nothing about my possible child, and it hurts more than you'd think. It's just weird to me. I'm nowhere near the criteria of stereotypical teen dad, especially considering I'm gay now, yet I still wish I knew what happened. Homie got a girl pregnant, then switched teams. LMAO. If you're given unlimited years to live, at what age you would probably decide to die? Now? 5 minutes ago? Who's up? Not the people who attended Astro World. LMFAO. You wake up and see this outside your bedroom window. What you doing? Start rubbing. If I'ma die happy. If his name starts with J, he's probably Satan. I literally died for your sins. What just hits different at 2 AM? Guy standing in the middle of the road. If I drink a lot of pineapple juice and I nut in the mouth of someone with an allergy to pineapple, would she have a reaction? I know I sound like a degenerate, but please, I really need to know. That's a really weird way to try to assassinate someone. Boom, headshot. How did your best friend become your best friend? My old best friend died, so she got promoted. Rate me 1 to 10. Because I'm bored. 300. Thanks. Pounds. Fap arm versus non-fap arm. North Korea lol. Hey, we are neighbors. I'm down here in South Korea. Gangnam Style versus Gillick Style. 5 years of owning this yellow beast. Great memories, but time to move on. She will be missed. Get her to wash the Hummer before she goes. What if masturbation becomes illegal? Then I'd have to stop doing it in public, obviously. What's a fun fact that isn't fun at all? There's a bird that feeds its younger offspring to the eldest. When my mother was pregnant with me, they did an ultrasound and found she was having twins. When they did another ultrasound a few weeks later, they discovered that I had resorbed the other fetus. Do I regret this? No. I believe his tissues has made me stronger. I now have the strength of a grown man and a little baby. You can shapeshift into any animal you have had sexual intercourse with. Duck, yes. Now I can shapeshift into your mom. Be close to a large body of water when you do. Whales can't live on land. Can someone please explain to me why females are expected to serve a higher level of beauty, but males can look like this? Ed Sheeran looking right and left. With all the cooking and cleaning and slaving for 3 other women, how did this bitch even stay up till midnight? I vacuum once a week, and I'm in bed by 9 PM. The power of being horny does amazing things. The screams from the orphanage were loud, but the smell of diesel fuel was only getting stronger. Molten flesh and ash flew from the building as Thomas kept the flame going. What's something you'd rather you didn't know about? I was working at Disney World when an obese dad tripped walking out of a restaurant with his child in his arms. He landed on the baby and there was no crying. In typical Disney fashion, was not announced dead until it was off Disney properly. I'm a paraplegic with a trach. For my 30th birthday I went skydiving to knock something off my bucket list and almost kicked the bucket instead. Falling from the sky like a rag doll, I broke my femur, tibia and both arms as my limbs flailed like wet noodles. I would love for a dit to roast me. Roast me. Being a ginger is still the worst part. Civ 2 had a mechanic where, if you conquered a city, the populace was really unhappy with you and were generally a pain in the ass. So, when I captured a city, I'd pull all the workers in from the fields to be entertainers. Eat, drink and be merry, because tomorrow your asses are starving to death. I'd starve the population down to 2 to 3 pop, then send the people back out to farm. Before you know it, your city's population is growing fast. But here's the kicker. The population are all second generation kids that are now your citizens and perfectly happy being in your empire. Nothing like a little ethnic cleansing to boost morale. Lol. I think my sister might have caught me making porn. Do a collab with her. Surface to your face missile. Being sad about my friend's death. Turning him into a meme, so his memory can live in forever. So he can die twice now. Never pause the Avengers movie. Context. Loki, stop this. We are brothers. Thor, you are adopted. What would be the worst thing to put into a pinator? Bees. Interesting, that could work. My grandpa gives me a massive wet kiss on the lips anytime I see him. I can't explain how deeply uncomfortable it makes me. I'm an adult man, if that makes any difference. Does he use tongue? You're a bad person for even saying that. How my girlfriend eats her oranges. Left versus how I eat my oranges. Right. To be fair, your girlfriend doesn't have thumbs. Mom. Dad. I had a bad dream. Hey buddy, have a bad dream? Dad. Yo, why is the dad closing the door with the son in the room? Player 3 has joined the game. We have no plans to release any coffee flavored cola. If you want the taste of incompetence, there are other sodas more readily available. This is not a good marketing strategy. This is not a good marketing strategy. Disney had no right making Nala this bad. Hear me out. A poor job with that look. Transracialism is real even biologically speaking. In my middle school class was this tan, Asian looking girl who was born in the Philippines, but both her biological parents are white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Yes, both her father and her mother. I have met them plenty of times. But because her mother gave birth while living in the Philippines, she looks like both people from the Philippines. Look, her brother and sister were born while her parents lived in Sweden and they are white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Maybe you don't believe me, but this is a real thing that I saw with my own 2 eyes. Race is so much more than just genetics or ancestry. Just because no one is funding studies that document it doesn't mean it's not true. Genetics don't determine your race. Are you sure the mom just didn't get impregnated by a Filipino man? No, the mom's husband is Swedish. They were already married then. Oh honey, that's not how the world works. Oh my sweet summer child. My niece just went to a kennel and picked out a dog that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It could win an ugly award. When I asked her why she picked such an ugly dog, she replied, "I wanted one I knew nobody else would take." My wife said the same thing before our wedding. Your niece is an amazing person. They had us in first half, not gonna lie. The Mapo Bridge in Seoul, South Korea, has a high suicide rate, and it is even nicknamed as the Bridge of Death and Suicide Bridge. In an effort to deter suicides, the bridge was revamped with technologies that display positive messages and images to potential jumpers, and it was even renamed as the Bridge of Life. Just a year later, the suicide rate had increased by 6 times. Hey, that's just like the skull they find at the bottom of that bridge. Not mine, unfortunately. Spotted on the internets. Belongs here because it very nasty. These vegan meat substitutes has gone too far. Female hyena has 8-inch clitoris. It's called a pseudo-penis. On Twitter there was a girl who posted a pussy pic with a huge clitoris, and I called it an honorary penis. I got banned for that. It's findings like this that fascinate me. What else could we find if we look down instead of up? My dick if I lost weight. Middle Eastern dudes not scared of anything except women's rights. What would your rapper name be if it was Lil and the last reason you were put in the hospital? Lil Cancer. 6-year-old me drinking apple juice from a fancy glass. Doctors after I give them my urine sample. Some people will hate you, not because you're right, but because you're different. Just shit on the diving board and fling it across the pool to assert dominance. The day that I discovered cockroaches could fly was the day I lost my innocence to the cockroach. On Facebook, anti-vaxxers pushed a mom not to give her son Tamiflu. He later died. I feel like intentionally not giving your kid the necessary medication for their recovery should get your kids taken away. Well, you have to admit, in this case this is exactly what happened. Would you slap this little angle for 88 liters of fuel? Would you slap this kid for $88 million? Bro, for that amount I'm even eating it. Making an engagement ring for my fiance. Deleting because the bitch said no. I would like to ask you out, but you think I'm ugly. Who told you I think you're ugly? You don't think I am? I do. I just want to know who told you. American Air. Hello, my name's Ibrahim, and I'm from Afghanistan. I'm part of Al-Qaeda, and on June 1st I'm gonna do something really big. Bye. Sarah, we take these threats very seriously. Your IP address and details will be forwarded to security and the FBI. Related headlines. Don't tweet your joke Al-Qaeda threats at American Airlines. American Air, oh my ducking god, I was kidding. American Air, I'm so sorry, I'm scared now. American Air, I was joking, and it was my friend not me. Take her IP address. American Air, I was kidding. Please don't, I'm just a girl, please. The US should create a program that let illegal immigrants hunt down pedophiles in exchange for citizenship and call it Alien vs Predator. Modern problems require modern solutions. That would never happen. No politician would pass a law that would have immigrants hunting them. Warning. Attention parents. The management of this theater discovered, after booking Lightyear, that there are a same Shrek's kissing scene within the first 30 minutes of the Pixar movie. We will do all we can to fast forward through that scene, but it might not be exact. We apologize for any inconvenience this late discovery of this scene causes. What they are freaking about, by the way. Literally less than 1 second. Okay, but would you feel the same way if it was 1 second of anal Shreks? Didn't think so. Who the body acceptance movement should be for. Survivor of breast cancer. Victim of vitriolage. Born without arms and legs. Who is actually a part of it. Won't stop eating. Won't stop eating. Won't stop eating. My man looks photoshopped. Photoshopped by God. I don't know what to put here. The government making one of the most coolest name titles for serial killers. Gonna start killing people by dropping onto them from ceilings and caves so I can be called the Badman. Gonna bury people alive in cement so I can be called Bob the Builder. My girl says I look like The Rock. What y'all think? She meant the ones from Easter Island. It's just Pringles. Found this in my husband's nightstand. Is he doing drugs? Found this in my husband's nightstand. Immediately assembles Pringacy. The ultimate proof that there are no such things as ghosts is the fact that ghosts never haunt serial killers' homes, even when bodies are hidden there. You don't know that it's a fact that they don't haunt serial killers' homes though. Not once have they bothered me. At some point during my PhD, my partner and I discovered that some doctoral graduates read finish, get a sword when they graduate. Apparently this is a fact my partner held on to, and he decided to honor me with my very own doctor's sword, now that I'm done. He's a keeper, or at least his head is now. I worked at a theme park, and we had similar codes for vomit and such. Never had one for ashes though. I have 2 requests for my family after I die. 1. I want my remains to be scattered over Disneyland. 2. I do not want to be cremated. This is how you eat ice cream though. Move the bowl please. How to die peacefully. What is the best reply to "I ducked your mom"? Disappointing someone else's parents for once. Yeah, it's surreal. But I'd prefer. Imagine living for 60 years and you're not even halfway done. I'm 60 now, and the thought of living 60 more years scares me to death. Scares me to death. Problem solved. Chop lad, chopper of the 4th realm. I can chop anything. Bring me anything, and I'll chop it. Wood. Tire. Strong wood. $400 reward for bringing me something I cannot chop. I shall bring my dick. RIP. Chop. Arg. Finally, I can be femboy hooter. Bro, the duck going on with my milk. So Jesus turned his nut into milk. What if grass licked your feet when you stepped on it? I would do a split. Every day we stray further from God's grace. What are some myths about Shreks that just annoy you? Someone once told me if the recipient of anal Shrek's farts, the fart gas will travel through the urethra and the pressure will make the balls explode. There's probably a lot more guys who like small boobs than girls who like small dicks. Is there a small dick community on Reddit? Perhaps put this post to them lol. Yeah, it's called Reddit. My girlfriend is a half Korean. Her mom is Korean and her dad is Korean and her legs got ripped off in a car accident. Had me on the first half. The car got a second half. If you duck a possessed girl, is it threesome? It's a foursome, because Jesus is always in you. I thrust in Christ. My entire life my parents made me believe I was white until I took a DNA test. You were stupid your entire life. A man who claims his dick is good enough to turn a lesbian straight must logically conclude that dick good enough to turn him gay exists. Thus we can infer that the inverse is true. There exists a penis so terrible it causes gay men to revert to being straight and straight women into being lesbians. Oh so me. What did you not know about Shreks until you lost your virginity? It's better with someone you care about. Family comes first. Try looking under her skirt. Thought that was a big red dick street first. LMAO. Could somebody please tell me how I'm supposed to open this? Do not open with knife. Lick it until it surrenders. Me next. Got her screaming Bill 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 Bill. Bill Nye ducked my mom in college. What did you not know about Shreks until you lost your virginity? The internal temperature. Try reapplying the thermal paste. In extreme cases, switch to water cooling. What do gay men and stoners have in common? They both have a grinder. Both get stoned in the Middle East. JFK said it ain't gay if it's head. He later came to regret that decision. Men, what's stopping you from wearing long ass nails? I don't have any fingers. How to become white? How I need help. Find white people and take their skin. I need a white girl with a nose ring to tell me what planets are making me sad. I don't have a nose ring, but I'm pretty sure it's Earth. So if you have protected Shreks with prostitutes, then it is okay. Also okay if you have unprotected Shreks with anyone that's not a prostitute. My pet owl is not a prostitute. Blessed pasta. Crunch. Netflix, Disney and more companies to cover travel for employee abortions. We are making this decision so our teammates can access the same healthcare options. Disney out here killing off their main demographic. LAPD officer, 32, was beaten to death by colleagues in simulated mob attack training exercise. LA cop was beaten to death in simulated mob attack training exercise. Just like the simulations, realistic training is realistic. Last time I checked I had a penis. Gotta check if it's still there. Edit, it's still here. Check again. Shit, where is my foreskin? Duck, not sharp enough for entire thing. You got lucky this time, pal. Don't cross my path again, or your donja will become my dinner. I'd eat almost any animal, but I know it's inhumane to duck most of them. Most of them? You heard the man. He's carefully drawn a line somewhere. Pedophiles ask, teens answer. Why would you post something like this? Wait, no. I don't think necrophilia is something to brag about. Putting the fun in funeral. Putting the D in deceased. Jesus ducking Christ. Never judge anyone just by the deeds they show. Sins. Good deeds. Good deeds. Sins. This man is bad. Don't judge Hitler, guys. What are some of the weirdest kinks you know? I dated a woman who wanted me to orgasm on her food before she ate it. The first few times, I can get behind the novelty of it. After a while, blowing a load on Domino's pizza loses the mystique. Why would anybody want to look like that? It's practical. If you lick her lips, it forms a vacuum seal and you can stick her to the window like a Christmas decoration. It's so cute that you didn't realize they were calling you the greatest of all time the whole year, and you were calling them the same back. So wholesome. I now love my students more than I already loved them, which I didn't think was possible, haha. You're awesome and indeed the GOAT. It's definitely possible to love them more. A teacher at my high school got arrested for it. Give him a rap name. Semi-automatically has heart disease. How often do you sleep naked? Not since the cat discovered my exposed penis. What is the best reply to I ducked your mom? I wish your mum was worth ducking. Girls after being called pretty for the 10th times in a day. Boys remembering that one time someone called them handsome years ago, and it's not their mom. I got told I looked like a neo-Nazi, but in a hot way once. That was a weird compliment. Would you slap your mom for $1 billion? My mother would slap me if I didn't slap her for $1 billion. I'd have to dig her up first, but sure. Destroyer of worlds. Don't be too rude, thanks. Hey Kami, I like your new glasses. Hi Tiffany, the curls are looking sweet. Sup Dranik Vuk. Destroyer of worlds. Congrats on stomping that village yesterday. You guys shouldn't say mean shit to people like that. You have no idea what they have gone through in life, how many people they've killed. You might be next. Let's play a game. Choose your own shitty superpower. Featured comment. Me trying to figure out a sum's answer. My brain. Shut the duck up and think about why cats have 9 lives. If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.